Hello guys, in today's video we're gonna check out the top 7 best Intel gaming motherboards in the market for this year. I made this based on my personal opinion and I try to list them based on a price, quality, durability, and more information about these Intel gaming motherboards. You can check out the description below, so let's get started. GIGABYTE Z790 AORUS Extreme. All the flagship class Z790 motherboards offer the best of the best in terms of features and specifications, but the GIGABYTE Z790 AORUS Extreme presents the best value among them. You'll lose a couple M.2 sockets over more expensive boards, but this bird otherwise has everything else you could ask for and more, while costing between $200 and $400 less than the competition. The Z790 AORUS Extreme delivers 10 gigabits Ethernet, 40 gigabits per second Thunderbolt 4 ports, flagship class audio, PCIe 5.0 GPU and M.2 support, overkill power delivery, and that high-end appearance you expect from a high-end board. MSI's Z790 Godlike offers up a few more features, like 7 M.2 sockets, but costs $400 more, and it's also physically bigger, making it hard to recommend to most people unless money is no object. The Z790 AORUS Extreme also performed well in our gaming, productivity, and overclocking tests, as you would expect from a flagship board. Just remember that this is an E-ATX model, so you'll need a case with a bit more room than standard ATX options. But you could certainly buy a bigger case with the money you'll save by opting for this board over other Z790 flagship options. GIGABYTE Z690 AORUS Pro. The GIGABYTE Z690 AORUS Pro is a mid-range Alder Lake motherboard that covers all the bases very well, with minimal sacrifices. There are ample storage options, including 4 M.2 sockets, updated audio, and a new appearance. In our extensive testing, performance, thermals and overclocking were also well within the range of other Z690 boards we've tested. Between its 13 USB ports on the rear I/O, 4 M.2 sockets and capable power delivery, all at a price that's well below flagship options, there's a lot to love about the Z690 AORUS Pro. So long as you don't require integrated RGB lighting or Wi-Fi 6E out of the box, you still get Wi-Fi 6. The GIGABYTE Z690 AORUS Pro is an excellent Alder Lake motherboard to build your Z690 system around. ASROCK Z690 Extreme Motherboard. ASROCK's Z690 Extreme Wi-Fi is a great motherboard to build your Alder Lake-based system around if you're looking to save money to spend on other components. Its out-of-the-box performance with some heavily multi-threaded applications was somewhat slower than average in some tests, but lightly threaded workloads and game testing saw this board shine. Hardware-wise, the board is well equipped for its price, including 3 M.2 sockets, a whopping 8 SATA ports, dual Ethernet ports, 1 GBE, 2.5 GBE, and integrated Wi-Fi 6E. The board looks good too, with its mostly black design, dark blue accents, bright RGB LEDs, and aesthetically pleasing notches in the PCB. There are many competing options in the $200 price range, but only the ASROCK Extreme comes with integrated Wi-Fi 6E and 8 SATA ports. If you're into RGB lighting, which the ASUS and MSI do not have at this price, the Extreme Wi-Fi 6E is the way to go. Unless you need more than 5 USB-A ports on the rear I/O, the Z690 Extreme is the best Z690 board we've tested around the $200 mark. MSI MAG B660M Mortar Wi-Fi DDR4 Gaming Motherboard. So long as you don't plan on overclocking your CPU or want to use PCIe 5.0 devices before your next upgrade, the MSI MAG B660M Mortar Wi-Fi DDR4 and its B660 chipset makes for a great option for those looking to get into Alder Lake without putting a heavy burden on your build budget. It lacks the fancy looks or RGB lighting of pricier boards, but does come with everything you need to get the most out of a stock clocked Alder Lake CPU. The Mortar includes two PCIe 4.0x4 M2 sockets, 6 SATA ports, a premium last-generation audio solution and VRMs that easily manage the flagship Core i9 CPU. In our testing, performance on our B660M Mortar was similar to those of the Z690-based DDR4 boards we tested previously. In other words, this sub-$200 motherboard was able to utilize our i9-12900K processor to its fullest while costing a third less than most Z690 offerings. MSI MEG Z590 Unify. The MSI MEG Z590 Unify is perfect for those looking to build a gaming PC on a budget. While it might not be the cheapest motherboard out there, it strikes the perfect balance of quality and price. With Wi-Fi 6E and dual Thunderbolt 4 ports, it offers many features you would expect to see from the top high-end motherboards, but at an incredibly low price. Of course, with Intel 11th Gen support, you are missing out on the latest Intel CPU release, as well as DDR5, but if you're on a budget, it's still a great option. As with most MSI motherboards, the MSI MEG Z590 Unify has outstanding cooling efficiency. Thanks to the Frozr heatsink and aluminum cover, the MSI MEG Z590 Unify is able to maintain constantly cool temperatures, making it a great motherboard for those that love overclocking their gaming PCs. MSI MEG Z690 ACE Gaming Motherboard. The MSI MEG Z690 ACE is a sleek E-ATX motherboard designed to work with the latest 12th Gen Intel processors, as well as DDR5 RAM. The 24K gold foil heatsink makes this one of the most elegant-looking motherboards on the market, without needing to cover the board with RGB lights, perfect for those that don't want an RGB gaming setup. For those that need extra storage for both work and their favorite games, the MSI MEG Z690 ACE comes with an impressive 5M.2 slots. With built-in Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.2, the MSI MEG Z690 ACE offers next-gen connectivity, reducing lag and giving you the edge in competitive games, without needing to worry about connection issues. The MSI MEG Z690 ACE's stylish I/O panel features dual Thunderbolt 4 ports, offering impressive 40 gigabits per second speeds. MSI has become an extremely popular choice for gamers over the years, and the MSI MEG Z690 ACE is a great example of why MSI motherboards should be top of your list when picking a new one this year. ASUS ROG Strix B660i Gaming Motherboard. After our benchmark testing and a close look at its ample feature set, the ASUS ROG Strix B660i Gaming Wi-Fi has proved to be a worthy compact motherboard in the budget-friendly B660 space. The tiny board comes equipped with a PCIe 5.0 slot, 2 M.2 sockets, integrated Wi-Fi 6, and a last-gen premium audio solution. The only real concern hardware-wise is with the hot VRM temperatures, but do note this was during a stress test and isn't a typical loading scenario. Outside of that, the performance across all of our testing was good, easily competing with the other DDR5-based boards. For $219.99, it's reasonably priced, feature-rich and a good performer. You can't ask for much more out of this class of board. The ASUS ROG Strix B660i Gaming Wi-Fi is the ITX board of choice if you're looking to save some money and don't plan to overclock your Alder Lake processor. If you do, there are Z690 options. We reviewed two already, the ASROCK Z690P GIGABYTE TB4 and MSI MEG Z690i Unify, though most of these are well over $300.